99X in the Morning X, Barnes and Leslie. Some people called. So some people have seen Adolescence. I want to get in just a conversation about it because so many people have different spins. And if you haven't seen it yet, a brilliant piece of cinematography, acting, everything you can imagine, all rolled up in a nice, quick 4-episode arc. It's really a great show. So if you'd like to discuss, 470-7414-999.
You know, we have free concert tickets that we talk about all the time, but did you know there's a contest page at 99x.com and also inside the 99X app? And I'm talking Big Day Out, Metallica, Pearl Jam, so many more. So check it out, 99x.com, or make sure you download our new 99X app.
I was very vocal about the ending of Adolescence that I didn't love it.
I know you didn't love it. I actually liked it. I thought, you know, the scene with the dad in the bedroom, it was so emotional.
Yeah, and we're past, you know, a lot. The rule was 7 days. We won't talk about spoilers, but now we're way past it. So I think it's fair game. So if you haven't seen it, you might have to close your ears. But I just didn't like the way it didn't wrap up what they positioned as the main storyline. That didn't make me dislike it. I was just kind of like, oh, that's the end?
Everyone's not only talking about, like you said, the cinematography and the amazing performances, but also all of the powerful and relevant themes that it covers in social media.
Yeah.
Really important conversations.
And I know that's what they were going for, obviously, but they presented that other storyline as such the main storyline, which leaves them open for a second season, which they're already talking about.
Yes.
Could be happening. Hey, Morning X, good morning. Who is this?
This is Jamie.
Did you see it? Did you see Adolescence?
I did. And I actually saw it like when it had first come out, and I had no idea what I was kind of in for. I hadn't heard anything about it. I just saw it as, something new on Netflix. So I just clicked on it and had no idea what I was in for.
And what did you think at the end?
It was really sad, especially hit hard as a parent and knowing that Jamie's parents, which we have the same name, so we kind of have that connection. They were good parents. They weren't bad parents. And just so sad how, these things can happen in this digital age and parents not knowing what's going on with their kids. It's just a real wake-up call, for parents to be really vigilant about what their kids are doing online.
It's such a wake-up call. And had you heard about any of these themes before with toxic masculinity?
Well, you know what? I actually had to Google what incel meant because I had not heard that before. So I kind of did like a deep dive on the internet of what that was. And I was really shocked. I didn't know that was kind of like a Reddit, like subculture of these guys who, they kind of feel like they're celibate, but not by choice, because women are mean and, won't have sex with them and, has created a lot of anger, in them. I had no idea about that.
There's just a whole, that thing had so many, sub-levels of different people are going to, grasp onto different things.
Right.
Depending on maybe what you're going through, what you have went through. And here I am just really focused on it was one take. I mean, I get so technical into that it was just brilliant the way they did it. But thank you for sharing your spin on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a good day.
Have a good day. We'll see you later. We're talking about Adolescence. Hey, Morning X. Good morning. Who is this?
Hello. This is Max Cullen.
What did you think of Adolescence on Netflix?
I thought it was a quite insightful show, and I do think it's a show that we haven't really seen before, and I think that it was very much of the moment right now.
I hope they adapted. They're going to start doing in the UK, I guess, playing it in schools. I hope they do that in the US. I just feel like it really is a great thing to bubble that conversation, that meaning a couple of different ones, to the surface. Because a lot of these kids are struggling with it and are going to act out in some way that maybe they haven't even done yet. And this could be something to help get that conversation going with families.
100%. I'm there with you. And I do think post-COVID, during COVID, personally, I saw a huge shift from where before everyone, it was more social. We're able to be together. And in those times, it's harder for such harmful rhetoric to spread. But given that now everyone got isolated, everyone's just sitting at home on TikTok, and these algorithms are just feeding into whatever insecurity they can poke at to make you keep scrolling. And that's really the problem here.
Isn't that weird that curiosity, that, I don't know how many seconds it is, but it can't be much. Because now you watch one dumb thing, and all of a sudden they are attacking you with that algorithm. And like you said, feeding to maybe something that you're really upset with, and now you're just getting it nonstop.
The Sean Ryan Show Peak Points. Get timeless inspiration from the very best of the Sean Ryan Show.
What do you think of working with the SEALs? We went out every night going after bad guys. I was humbled.
There was no going back home. I would be in another room crying because I was afraid to go to sleep because of what was coming for me in the middle of the night.
How long did it take you to be able to talk about?
A long time. But I realized my experiences may help other people too.
The men like yourself are considered legends in the community.
You're right.
The Sean Ryan Show Peak Points. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
It's crazy. Barnes, did you learn anything? Because I didn't know about that whole subculture or the color coding in social media. I had no idea.
I didn't know about all the color-coded emojis and all that and what they meant. No, I had no idea.
I know.
It's almost like a playbook for some parents to get what they were doing. But my whole thing with the ending, I just felt like I wanted to see what happened more with his story. While I loved the whole presentation, parts of it would be, I just want to follow more of him, because they really made that the focal point, and he was such a breakout star, too. He was, you couldn't take your eyes off of him.
I know you were saying that they didn't really follow that storyline with the girl in school who was very angry about her friend being killed.
They have a lot of places to go. I like how they were like, we're thinking about a second season. Yeah, right.
Yeah, come on.
Thanks, man. Have a good day.
Thank you so much. You too.
We'll see you later. Yeah, it's just such a well-done presentation. Hey, Morning X, good morning. Who is this?
Hi, this is Madison.
Hey, Madison, we're talking Adolescence. How'd that make you feel? Like, what did you get from it?
I think it's probably one of the most important shows we have on at the moment, honestly.
You think it's good to make kids, have kids, sit down and watch it? I mean, a lot of kids probably aren't drawn to it, on the surface.
Yeah, what do you think?
I think the show isn't necessarily graphic or it would turn kids off from the language or make parents nervous. But I think its depiction of incel culture is very subtle. I think kids would have to have it explained to them what's actually going on, because Jamie's reaction is very nuanced and subtle, and you kind of don't know unless you're actually aware of what they're talking about.
See, I disagree with you. I feel like because of all of the action in the classroom and with these kids and with their culture, that I think the kids would know more than you think.
Things that are being discussed in schools is shocking compared to when I was in school, but...
And like I just said, they're going to start playing it in schools, which I find even more interesting that quickly the UK was like, oh yeah, we're playing this in schools. Which in that arena, at least you have someone there that you can talk to, whether it's peers or whether a teacher, but they're probably going to go home and talk about it with their family, which could be a great advantage.
Yeah, I'm definitely glad that the UK is doing that. I think it's necessary. I just hope that, I'm 19 years old, and
oh, wow.
I don't recall having that kind of rhetoric in my classroom.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm not the target demographic for incel culture. I probably wouldn't have been exposed to it, but I think having a teacher, someone to pause the video and explain what this means, what it means in a larger context, will be really important.
I really like hearing your perspective as someone who's 19.
Yeah, appreciate you listening to 99X. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, no problem.
Have a great day. We'll see you later. Wow, she was smart. I did not expect to hear that she was 19.
Yeah, that was great.
I thought she was like 40. Hey, Morning X, good morning. Who is this?
This is Marty.
Marty, what'd you think about Adolescence?
Thought it was one of the best shows I ever saw. It's just incredible.
I agree.
And I'm the only one who's given it some grief in some areas, although I still loved it.
But you loved the acting and the cinematography and...
Yeah. I just didn't like the ending.
Yeah, I know you didn't like the ending.
Did you see that coming, or did you want more of the kid?
I think anything that's done exceptionally well, you want more of it. So I think it's only natural to want more of it, but it's tragic. I mean, I think one of the best things about the show is they didn't stretch it out. Four episodes.
They sure didn't.
It's not like some of these other shows where they go 8-9 episodes and then you're dragging. But this thing just moved along the entire way, and it was really intense.
They had no idea what they were opening up. I don't think they ever thought that it could get this big. And even in so many categories, the awards it's going to win, even just for cinematography and then acting, I mean, it's gonna kill. I guess at the Emmys is where we'll see that, or Golden Globes. But that thing. It's going to crush it.
All over the place.
Yeah, I think so. And, much like music, that changes trends, it kind of comes out of nowhere, right? I mean, a lot of times it's not the usual suspects. It's the newer, more intimate art that kind of moves the marketplace. And, it was just intense. It was awesome.
No one expected that one. It just kind of came out of nowhere and captivated so many people. It's one of those early on, if you know, you know. And I'm sure there's people right now who are going, what are they talking about?
The word of mouth on this has just been exceptional.
Yeah, if you have not seen it, 4 episodes, moves quickly. You can't take your eyes off of it. It's really great. It's called Adolescence. Hey, thanks for your call.
Have a great day.
We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
That one episode where he is in with the therapist.
Yeah.
And then he gets violent and in her face, you could feel the tension.
That kid's good. Yeah, I can't wait to see what he does next.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Thanks for the calls. This is the original. This is 99X.
It's part sports.
We have football on the brain.
Part pop culture.
Dennis Leary. True or false? You refuse to wear a glove with Mickey Mantle's signature on it for the movie The Sandlot.
The Red Sox blood, the Bruins blood, they run deep.
And in the best celebrity interviews.
Robert De Niro here on The Rich Eisen Show. How are you, sir?
Just got over a 24-hour virus.
The antidote is to appear on The Rich Eisen Show.
There you go. I would have just done it earlier.
And you've got The Rich Eisen Show podcast.
There is a medicinal quality to appearing on this program.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.